Beep, beep, boop. Beep, beep, boop. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Beep, beep, boop. Ooh, yeah. All right. Microphone is working. I'm getting sunburnt just sitting here, though. All right. So let's see. We've got that pulled up over here on kick. And then we're going to get this pulled up over here on the ubius tubius. There we go. Hey, Cat and Cauldron. How are you doing today? How do I make that? Is there a way that I can make that like, boop? Let me see. What if I click that? No, I don't want to do that. I accidentally just clipped something. I don't. What's happening? How are you doing today, Cat and Cauldron? Let me make sure that I do have. Okay, there's that. Hey, Barbie. How are you doing? Thank you guys for joining me in the craft room today. I'm excited because I had a lot of fun coloring this after our stream yesterday. I didn't stop. Cat and Cauldron says, greetings from Southern California. I'm measuring for curtains in my house. Our old single pane windows transfer too much cold. That's a good idea. Curtains are nice. I'm going to have to click refresh on this. Hey, Lydia, how are you doing today? Not bad. I bet we can mess around with the camera a bit. I haven't messed around with the camera today. How's that? A little bit more eye contact. Oh, well, thank you. This is from a Crayola coloring book. And we did the base colors yesterday with the Crayola crayons. And then I've been going through with these colors here. Nobody won the plant yesterday. To win the plant, you'll want to leave, or you want to be commenting over on Kick. First person to level 10 wins our little CIA plant here. So, which is, I finished up, this is what we started in Friday's live stream, which is a lot of fun. Oh no, your kitty doesn't like your new robot vacuum. Oh no, the future is now. When our pets are like, this is ridiculous. Where you at, Mr. Puddums? I don't know if you can see him. Well, come here, baby. You'll come say hi to everybody? Like officially? He's not super into being on camera. I'm gonna go let Mr. Puddums out. But like he's there, I promise. I'll just move this giant pile of stuff. See, it's Mr. Puddums. You still can't see it. Well, okay, he's real. Bye-bye, Mr. Puddums. You have a good day. Out catching mice and whatnot. All right. Okay, so the coloring project with a coloring book, that's what I'm going to be working on if my hands start bothering me, which I do think it is more my pliers than my wrists, because I was doing yoga this morning and the pressure of downward facing dog made my fingers get all nervy again. But Mr. Puddums, right? Love the blue and white of the what? Oh, well, I love it too. It got a little bit of color to it in the oven, like they're a little toasted on the tips, but that's okay. I just love the little tentacles. Look at the little tentacles. Mr. Puddums is such a sweetie. Okay, but yeah, if my hands start hurting from weaving chainmail, this is our fallback project. But I have so much fun. Like Randy and I started watching like some anime last night, and it was like okay, but it was like another harem isekai, which are just fun, but like it didn't require a whole lot of attention, like paying attention. You know what I mean? Like I love a good generic anime. All right, trying to get my lighting to where I don't look so tired. I mean, if I look tired, it's because I am, but I want that thing. It's so dang cute. We'll get over there and talk on Kick. Chat, chat, chat. Because Michelle, I think, is like closest to level 10 right now. But also, I don't know if Michelle's busy today, so y'all can catch up with her. So I'm going to have a little, just a wickle bit of coffee real quick before we get started. Boop. Let me go bother my Ember cat. You okay? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, oh, my microphone's just about to fall off. Okay. Oh, well, thank you, Lydia. Oh, would you like many viewers? Let's make you popular. No, thank you. I'm good. Cat and Cauldron said, went to the movies last night with my daughter and our good friend, saw Wake Up Dead Man Knives Out movie. Oh, Knives Out. What's that? Sounds familiar, but I don't know if I know what that is. Okay, let me see. I think Randy's going to be setting up. He may actually end up just staying over at his desk, but he is going to be helping me with rings today. Now, this is something with the box chain that we were doing yesterday that you can kind of see here. It goes from being like one way to being another way. Like, do you see? It's got like a wide side and then a narrow side, and it can change just as quick as anything. You just got to fiddle with it a bit. Like, so now it's all, I don't know if this is making any sense. Hey, Stormy, how's it going? Hey, Anika, how are you doing today? But yeah, so I want to see how many more units we need of this because Randy's going to be setting up rings for me. So we're at like 4.5. So we'll need 1, 2, at least 3, maybe at least 3 more inches. So in 1 inch, it looks like there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Randy, if you can hear me, I think we could start with 30 units. Lydia says, I'm having coffee in my new Night Owls cup from another creator on TikTok. Oh, that's cool. Night Owls. Just literally finished watching yesterday's stream and bam, here you are. Bam. Love the malachite pattern on your top. Oh, thank you. I think I'm going to have to make myself another one of these because I've had this shirt for about 4 years and it's been tie-dyed for 2 of those years, but it's just starting to get worn through. Like it's like threadbare. I don't know if you can see. It's like I can see you through it. So it might be time for me to make myself some new clothes. Gotcha. Yeah, I really enjoyed Daniel Craig because I saw the one that was like Bloomin' Onion or something. Why do I think Blooming Onion? It was like knives. Like there was a murder in the family. No spoilers. And he was like Sherlock Holmes in it. Ooh, right on, Cat and Cauldron. Okay. We'll have to make some more malachite tops then. Because we're sold out of them on the website and what we carry for in the booth. So we definitely faux show need them. Oh, Lydia. You've always been like, I really do think our biggest fan. Like, and I appreciate you so much. Knives Out equals first movie. Okay. Was there one of them that had a blooming onion? Like it was like I'm just Glass onion. Okay. Sorry, blooming onion. I'm hungry. Like I had my lunch, but I'm on a calorie restriction today, which is not much of one. But I'm just, man, what's getting me is the chilies in the crock pot on the counter. Just just getting ready for dinner. So like I'm already in a getting ready for dinner mindset. Okay, so I got these set with some UV resin earlier today. Oh, is it? Okay. And some of it bled over to the front, but it looks like we were able to get it all cleaned up. And both of these are some of our homemade fused glass, which I really like. Like this one is actually a 90 COE glass, and this one's a 96 COE. I typically don't work with the 90 COE just because I'm always buying 96. But our buddy Katrina had sent us a whole bunch of her scrap glass, and then I had accidentally ordered some 90 COE dichro. So here we are. But got it all used up, so that's good. Oh, I'm so glad to be helpful to you, Lydia. So I think we're going to turn these into something today. I think we're going to be finishing this up today into something, this necklace. And I'd kind of like to make chainmail, like maybe Byzantine units, for links to turn this into a necklace, because I think that would just look really cool. Like I think it looks kind of like Stargate Atlantean, maybe. But I want to make jewelry that looks like it's going to blink when you wear it. So even if it doesn't have eye holes or eyeballs in it. And then I was thinking about making some little Byzantine units out of some stainless steel for these ones here. What is the practical difference with the CEOs? 96 is less expensive than 90, what I've found. So let's see. We can actually, let's just browse the internet together. Ah, okay, so one of my favorite suppliers is artglasssupplies.com. This is not sponsored, but they're just way more consistent about when I order from Delphi Glass. They have it where you have to scroll down just a smidge to see whether or not it says back order. Um, and it's my fault as a user, but I also feel like if I had that on my website and it was fumbling people up, I'd fix it. Um, Whereas Art Glass Supplies won't let me order it if it's going to be on back order. Whereas Delphi will just take my money, and then it's like, well, where's this in the thing? And then I've had a couple of times where, again, it's probably my fault with not keeping tighter records or keeping a better eye on what's actually showing up in shipments and stuff. But it was just, stuff that I'm like, I ordered that papyrus paper and it never showed up, but it also is shown on the invoice. But anyways, so I'll still order from Delphi Glass, but I have to be really careful to make sure that I'm not getting something on back order. But my favorite is Art Glass Supplies. So let's look at, we're going to do some high tech stuff here. Screen sharing. So here we are. Screen sharing. I'm not able to look at chat for just a minute, you guys. But so we would come here to the, let's go to 96 sheet glass, and then I'm going to open the 90 sheet glass in a new tab. And I like to use the streakies quite a bit. So let's see if we can find the equivalent. And so here you can see we're not going to be able to get the same exact colors and stuff in 96 as what we're able to get in 90 necessarily. So like, ooh, I love it. It loads more. Oh, they're always out of stock on that pink. Look at how pretty that is, that purple and amber. But these are the sheets that we'll get, and we'll like cut them up into like squares and then stack them with other frit and other sheets to make our puddle smash melts. So, but yeah, ooh, sky blue transparent. Okay. And then over here, you can see this is just some of the different, they've got some that like look similar, black opal streaky. The opal does not mean opalescent. It's like opaque. I thought opal, like from the gemstone world, I thought it meant like opals, like shimmering dichro. No, it means there's opal and there's translucent. But yeah, you can see they've got some really cool petrified wood color. But here, okay, so let's just see powder blue, opal, marine blue, transparent, double rolled, 3mm. We'll open up that one because I might be under a misconception. It might be that, oh, that one's really pretty. Which one's cheaper? Let's find out. Let's just go with that one. Sky blue, dark blue, and white. So for this one, for a 6" by 6" square is $8.96. And for this one, they don't even have it in the comparable freaking sizes. All right, 10 by 10 is $18.90. 12 by 12. Okay, well, I was wrong. The 96 seems to be more expensive. Do it, honey? You're at 12 by 12, says Randy. Well, maybe we can compare frit. My whole world is just falling apart. I thought the 96 was cheaper. We should have, like, I thought the 96, like, sheet glass was cheaper than the 90. I think I was wrong. Was it the frit? Have we been spending more money than necessary? Because honestly, sometimes I think the 90 is prettier. They've got really nice colors. And we'll look at, well, sure, opalescent frit, opalescent frit. I'm just going to try to find like apples to apples. Blue opalescent. Oh, I understand. I was like, what's happening here? This is what it looks like right here. That's the different grades of frit. They all fire down to the same color, but it's the different grades of frit. Like you'd be able to see that here. It's not going to load. Oh, there it is. This is the powder blue. Is everything okay, baby? Gotcha. But I was just like, why wouldn't it just show me one color of blue? Sure, cobalt to the blue. This one for 8.5 ounces of the coarse grain is $13.96. Why don't they sell them in the same size container? And for 8 ounces is $13.90. Okay, so they're pretty comparable. Whatever it is, whatever you decide to do, whichever one you pick for whatever reasons you pick,
stay consistent.
Just stay consistent with, you don't want to mix them. You don't want to mix the 90 with the 96 because they'll have stress fractures and stuff. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Getting chat pulled back up so I can catch up with y'all. Ooh, what you saying? Super Saiyan. Why are you waggling that at me? What are you doing? No, I don't want that. I don't have a spot for that over here. Stop shaking it at me. You're freaking me out. Yeah, so he can have the tablet. I wish. Okay, there we go. It's the final meltdown. I'm setting up my heads-up display. There we go. Hey, Saki girl, how's it going? Do they melt at different temperatures? Yes. But if you've got a kiln that can cook 90, you've got a kiln that can cook 96. I'm pretty sure. So the eye with Byzantine sections and lapis and silver balls in between sections. Ooh. Lapis and, well, that'd be real pretty. Let me see if I have any lapis. But yeah, so let's get to work. I have yet to get to work, actually.
For 20 minutes?
Yeah. I'm a lollygagger. I don't know what you want from me. Huh? It's bead time.
Well, before it's bead time,
Bow, chick, meow, cow. What's up?
did you do the thing I asked you?
Yeah, I need 30 units. Brown chicken meow cow. Okay, so I've got these lapis, but I don't think they'll be like super good for that. Let's grab the eye. Because I think these oh, that's gonna look super cool. Can you please don't sass me, honey. I'm not responding well to being sassed today. So it's like you're a streaming wee. I just he's over here muttering, like I'll say something, I'll be like, that's not that what I don't even know what I'd say.
I'm not allowed to talk
I
anymore.
did not say that you weren't allowed to talk. I just asked you not to sass me. Isn't this a chat along with a side helping of work? Exactly. No, I do gotta be like, I gotta get something done just because I love getting done with projects. Look at these beautiful beads I've been hoarding for like a long time. Eee. I want to see them as like a sun catcher. Isn't that pretty with the light through it? Okay, so we'll probably end up using, I've got 2 different shapes of this blue aventurine. Ooh, and then we've got some of these. Ooh, yeah. I'm still gonna look in all the other trays too, though. What? You wanna watch me touch my beads? Oh, come on. It'll be good fun. Ooh, is he? I appreciate you. So I've got all my lapis is used up in the 10, 8, and 6 millimeter. I've got a little bit of 4 millimeter, and then this like denim lapis, and then I've got some sodalite.
You're a soda light.
You're a sodalite. Randy's over here turning purple from trying to not be sassy. It's okay, honey. You can sass me.
Yeah.
You don't want to anymore.
No,
It's not fun.
fun.
It's not fun when you snapped at me. I understand.
Soda light sounds naughty.
Do what? That sounded so not. I think she meant you want to watch me touch my beads.
Oh.
Ooh. Ugh, we're incorrigible. All right, let's see if we can find. Pardon me while I rummage under my desk. Ooh, we've got silver ones, and we've got these nice little bronzy looking ones too. I'll pull them both out just in case. How am I low on silver beads already? You've been eating my beads?
Someone.
Someone, okay. Don't try to blame this on the cat. Okay, so I think we're gonna do a square one on either side. First things first, what wire am I using? It looks like I'm gonna be using a silver tone. So probably 20 gauge. That'll be good. I gotta make sure my beads fit. It's been a long day. And it's cold. That always makes me sleepy.
Not even above freezing.
I know. Are y'all catching this winter weather? Oh, that bead fits.
Hey, Michelle.
Michelle Nieves. How's it going? 3, 4. And then we're going to go like 1. And then 2. That'll be good. What you saying? Super Saiyan. Well, I mean, do these little squares fit on there? Because that would be cool. No, they don't. Ooh. Oh, the squares make a circle. The squares make a circle. And then I'm also going to do, let's do where we have, I'm pretending these are a different shape than what they are. So we'd have one of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we'll need 4 of these on each end. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one side's worth. These little titanium oxide covered like agate or quartz beads are one of my favorite things. Like, I love them. I love them so much because they have the beautiful weight and feel of a gemstone, but they have that really nice like metallic like sheen to them, and it's just a beautiful color scheme. Thank you, honey. All right, so now I've got my beads that we're going to be using, and we're going to get that moved over yonder. And this could use just a little touch of something gold. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you don't need more beads. You definitely 100% could use more beads. No, it is true though, honey, because I'm just going to say right now it's really nice that I've been hoarding beads for like 20 years because I'm like, I've got some beads to play with. Oh, where do you go to get them? Can you drop a link? To get what? Oh, I don't know. I think I got those at, I'm not gonna lie, either not Chainmail. Either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. But I haven't bought them online. These ones, the little titanium oxide 6mm. That's Michael's. Because sometimes they'll have like a decent deal. And I really like being able to like get my eyeballs on them because sometimes there'll be strands that they're kind of jank. Like, I think this is what they do. This is what they do to beads that like didn't come out looking nice. They'll just coat them, which I respect. Sometimes you've got an unruly bead. Okay. So now
It's a beating version of smoke.
I am the beating version of Smog from The Hobbit. Yes. That's awesome. Well, this is what I get for buying beads and is an addiction. It's a hobby in and of itself. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to use the turquoise for this one, just because this is maybe for a different project. Hobbit. Okay, so now we get to kind of test out. I'm actually going to slide all of these right back off because we know that they fit now, but now I want to make the links. Well, hey, handsome. And Randy.
I knew it.
No, I was talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay, and since these are 20 gauge, I'm going to be doing a double wrap loop on them. My speller is not loading today. That's fair. Okay. So I'm going to see how I like the look of... Oh, I love the lolly beads as well. They are good stuff. Now these ones that I'm using are little pewter spacer beads. Like they're like a little rondel. And you can see that's one side and that's the other side. I like them because they fit. That's from back when I ordered them, at least. That was the item number at Fire Mountain Gems. I really feel like I could do to reorder. Like, if I could just win the lottery, I would order so many beads. I love Vaughn's flirting with beads. I'm having fun. I'm glad that y'all are here keeping me company today as we get rambunctious in the craft room. So we have a little 3mm lolly bead with one of those bead rondels, which you can see, it's just kind of like a gentle little bead cap. Ooh, non-seamed copper beads. They actually have some at Parawire. Now, I don't know if they're the best price, but I trust Parawire that if they say they're copper, they're going to be copper. And that if they say that they're seamless, that they're going to be seamless. So that's going to be kind of the little combo. Isn't that just a cutie patootie though? Like, see that? Oh yeah, says Randy. But I just love it. I'm going to make one before mass producing all of them. And I am going to be using my stepped mandrel pliers. We're going to be using the smallest there. I'm coming in about 2 inches from the end of our wire, and I'm just going to wrap once and then twice around like so. And this, I think, just gives it a really nice substantial look, especially whenever we're joining this with some chainmail. It gives it the look as though there's 2 little chainmail rings. And I think that's where the magic happens in details. And then I like to do 3 little wraps around. I go ahead and just hold my work with my pliers because it gets my hand out of the way. It keeps that a nice, even circular shape. But the main thing I want to watch out for is that I'm not squeezing on my pliers so hard that it's biting into the wire. And then we just snip real flush, slide those beads up, but see how nice that's sitting. And so I want to come in here, and this is another one of my favorite things about these tapered flat nose pliers from riogrande.com is the width of this here is just about exactly what I need to do 3 wraps. Okay, and then we're going to wrap around. And I'm a little messy at first because I just want to get it started, but then I'm going to make sure that that's, there we go, nice and in alignment. Remove our pliers and then reinsert them. There we go. And then we're just going to wrap 1, 2, and 3.
That's how your hands are today.
Anika says, how are your hands today, Vaughn? Hope they got some rest. My hands are doing really well. Randy actually gave me a really nice like hand and wrist massage, and that's just lovely. And then, just we did our stretches and stuff, and it really helps to just, whenever they start hurting, to just go ahead and stop then, because, less to have to heal up from.
I don't even think this was my ring.
Oh, really? You just...
a different ring that was dropped.
Oh, no, but we vacuumed since then. Huh. And so that is how that's looking. I like to have these intentional. I usually either have my loops be in line with each other, or I'll have one of them be offset to the other, depending on how our connection needs are. But usually I like to just keep them in line with each other. And then you can also, something that's really cool. Now this isn't really I dropped it. This isn't really a good ring size or a loop size to do this on, but if we had a bigger loop, we could put both of our plier nose in there and then go like, and it'll make it an oval, and that looks really cool. But this is kind of small for that, so I'm not going to do that on these ones. Randy is so nice. Now, granted, I'm making him cornbread, so it's all give and take, but that's not a euphemism. It's just a jiffy box of cornbread. Randy's over there going like this. We have pumpkin chili in the crock pot, and we're going to be having chili and cornbread with dinner. I had one of my homemade Lunchables for lunch, and that was real good. And for breakfast, we had oatmeal. So lots of carbs today, but when it's this cold, fuck it. Like, quite frankly.
Pumpkin chili.
Michelle says, "What, pumpkin chili?" Yeah, I got some of the sugar pumpkins for like $1 each after Halloween, and I needed to eat them up, and so we roasted one and made pumpkin butter, and that was delicious. And then I roasted 2 more and used one of them in a stew to follow like the recipe, and it was okay. It was like, man, it was kind of bland. But that was my bad because the recipe I was following, normally I'm putting bay leaves, I'm putting like a handful of herbs and stuff like in there to give it some flavor. And this was just like really, really hearty but bland. Like it needed some oregano or something. Like, but it's tasty. And then I've got the other melon worth of that, or not melon, pumpkin worth of that batch of roasted pumpkin went into the chili today. I'm hoping it'll cut the acidity of like the all the tomato products.
Of the chili.
Yeah.
I have
Box chain. You're the greatest, baby. I appreciate you. Chainmail is intense, man. I cannot hang the way I used to. Like, I need to train like a Pokemon trainer.
like you need somebody to stop doing half the work.
No, I didn't say that. I just sometimes I might could do to do the other half of the work for you, just to build my strength back up. But I barely helped with like 4 or 5 bracelets yesterday, and I was like, I don't want it anymore. My hands hurt like a baby. It's okay. I love being a big baby. All right. So I liked how that one came out. So now I'm going to go ahead and stack all of our beads in this style. Just because I like to do this to make certain that I do actually have enough of the beads. Because, you could count them, but until you're stringing them, like especially ones like this, sometimes you don't know if one's a little weird or a little lopsided. Like, it's just, I always like to get it strung up before overcommitting. I'm hoping it's going to be delicious. I'm ready for some delicious food. I'm always ready for some delicious food. Ooh, Michelle says it's been such a beautiful cold day today. I even took Journey for a walk this morning. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, put that in the wrong direction. But yeah, I like to put it to where it's like cupping the bead. And then we're just going to thread that on. And then we're going to put on another 3mm. And then stringing on a bead, putting on a bead rondel cap thingy. It looks like we'll be good. Looks like everything's going to be all right. And then we'll put on another one of those 3mm. So I've got 3 more, and then we get to decide how we're going to do the larger beads. Now, I'm going to be honest, this isn't leaving me a ton of room for chainmail on this necklace, but that'll be fine. What? Journey, who's a good dog? Journey. Somebody pet that dog for me. If you would. Ooh, here comes the heater. It's loud, but I'm grateful for it. I was so grateful yesterday. I was petting Z-Dog, just thinking and saying to him, because, he seems as good as anybody to tell. And it's like, I'm so grateful that it's raining and I'm dry, that it's cold and I'm warm. Like, oh my goodness. So. We got accepted to the Joplin moth market as well. So we'll be vending in February in Springfield, and then April, the weekend before Anime St. Louis, we'll be vending in Joplin. And I'm really excited. Like, I hope it goes well. Like I hope I can be healthy enough to do that. And I know that a big part of that's going to be not letting myself get stressed. Yeah, it's not all of it, but it's not none of it either. Oh, that looks so good. Ooh, gotta hydrate so you don't. I'm gonna go ahead and stand and stretch. We got our celestial pants on today. Space pants. It's better than not standing at all. So. Okay, so let's see. Now these guys, we don't have to worry about rolling away. So I kind of want to use these beads. And we have some that are like a fluted round. That I think I want to do those on either side of, oh yeah, the blue goldstone. And so I'm going to go ahead and try to do all those. I've only got 3 more. But sometimes just little things, little teeny tiny little things, like a fluted surface, like that little bit of texture on the surface of a bead, as opposed to it being just a flat metallic tone, can really adds to a piece. Like, it's not nothing. Sorry, just mini massage break. Mashallah. Well, it's like my collarbones from doing that stretch yesterday, where you're like turning your hand like this, but your arms out straight, so you're going like that. It's got me sore today. So it's like I'm spending all my time stretching to alleviate pain, but it's working out muscles and creating new pain. And so I'm just like, it's fine. It'll be all right. Everything will be all right. All right, so now I'm going to do this one in the same manner, but with the smooth kind of oval bead. And I don't know if I want this one with a little bit of, like, with a little silver bead on either end. I think it'll be fine without it. And my reasoning for thinking it'll be fine without it is I'm still going to be doing the little wrapped end. And I think that'll give us a nice little pop of silver in the design. Okay, so now we have all of our beads strung up. And now we get to work off the spool, like not quite assembly line style, but kind of. Ooh, I love that Z-Dog behind me. We took the heated blanket off the couch and put it on Z's doggy bed, and that way Ember can lay and stay warm. But he's such a good boy. And then we can close that one up. And I love this, especially like if I knew I was going on a long car ride and if I felt up to crafting, I'd go ahead and prep this on the spool just like this. Well, hey, Rainbow. This is late to arrive today. Hope y'all are doing well. We're doing really well. How are you doing? My new phone send code keeps saying my code is incorrect. Oh no. Yeah. Well, Z's chewing on his tail really like a lot. Um, and so whenever we're not able to keep a direct eye on him, we have him in his cone, because otherwise he'll chew his tail bloody. And we're trying to find a supplement regimen or, like changing up his food. We're trying to find something to provide relief to him. But until that happens, we have to just keep him from chewing his tail off. So,
Like that bit of wire back.
what happened? Where did? Oh no! Did I ping you with wire?
Yeah.
Randy's in the danger zone. I just shot him with a bit of wire. I'm sorry, babe. Yeah. Ooh, Cat and Cauldron says, yes, thank you for sending me that. She said, did you get the Parawire coupon? I ordered titanium, antique, copper, and natural. I'm so excited to receive it. That's awesome. It's fortunate. I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, but we're well stocked on our Parawire right now. Like I stocked up on the things that I wanted to expand into. And now also, if you don't have the stepped pliers, what up, baby?
Pliers.
Ooh! Sorry, I see. So we're gonna come in here like that. You can also use a stick mandrel. Thank you, baby. Yep. No, we stock up anytime we can. But usually we do a big order right after Dragon Con and a big order right after Anime St. Louis. Okay. So there we go. You can kind of see how we're able to do that, and it doesn't have like the whole, if it's cumbersome for you to be using the these pliers, then you can, go ahead and try using a stick mandrel or something. Cat and Cauldron says, I've noticed they have very few sales. They have their stuff priced about, I think, about as low as they can. Like, they keep good prices all year. That way you're not having to always, have a sale. Okay. Now, sometimes if my stuff isn't like this one's a little weird, like it's not quite in good alignment, I'm going to go like this and I'm going to pull it. It's kind of like stretching it. And I like that. It just got everything nice and tight and in alignment. Okay. Now I am going to keep using my mandrel pliers because that's my favorite way. Ah, excellent. That's really good to hear. I'm always afraid that it's going to be like super grainy or something. So I know that today is a Chainmaille-Along-Athon, but I'm doing the prep work of today. Yesterday we covered each of these different weaves. We did Byzantine, we did spiral, we did European foreign one, and then Randy's working on a box chain right now and finishing it up. And so today I wanted to touch on a little bit of like hybrid pieces where I'm incorporating wire wrapping and chainmail into the same piece of jewelry, because I think that's one of my favorite ways of utilizing, because don't get me wrong, I love like my base chainmail like jewelry where it's just straight chainmail, and we'll make that, and then we usually, like if I had to start over from scratch again, because in 2020, like between 2020 and 2022, Randy and I sold all of everything that we had made jewelry wise. Like we liquidated it. We just didn't think we were going to be doing conventions anymore. And honestly, I'm glad that we did, because it made us, we got out of debt. We were like, we took full advantage of everybody being online for a while. Um, you know, when lemonade. And we had to rebuild all of our inventory when we got back into doing conventions. And whenever we did that, the strategy that we did is we did our base metal chainmail just across the board, because it's a great project for when you don't want to have to use your brain too much. We're just like, we're going to make 5 of these in this metal color, and boom. And now we've got some inventory. And then once we have the base colors in those same weaves, we come in and weave them in our anodized aluminum, like just metal, and then anodized aluminum with stretchy. And so just off of knowing like 5 weaves, you can stock a booth by mixing it up with different metal tones, and then you can mix it up even farther. I thought so. Here, I'll check it. By incorporating wire wrapped links or metal charms or different things like that, suddenly you can have a bracelet that has, in between the Byzantine, we'll show you here in a moment on this necklace, is so now with just one ring size and one metal tone, if you have 5 strands of beads, you can now make a bunch of different combinations of bracelets and necklaces and earrings. And so it's, if I had to start over from scratch again, that's how I would recommend doing it. Yeah.
Because I still have 10 rings to put on it.
Okay. Well, don't put those 10 rings on it then. You were wise to check, but no, this is a great length. Oh, that is sleek, baby. Look at that. And your closures are so good. Oh, it feels like it's been tumbled already, and it has not been tumbled.
But AR is for
Oh, the aspect ratio that is preferable for spiral chain, according to Chainmail Joe, which I stand by it, the ideal aspect ratio is a 4. So, like an 18 gauge 3/16, a 16 gauge 1/4 inch. But honestly, for jewelry purposes, that's for me, that starts to get a little bulky. But you could also use, gosh, I bet it'd be real pretty in stainless steel to use the 20 gauge 9/64. The 1/8 inch is just a little too tight. And that's what I'm going to be making some. Can I hand you some rings to make some Byzantine out of? You can use those up, but then I'd like some small for like this part of the neck. They're right there. I was gonna. Don't be sad. It's gonna be so pretty. Cornbread, please.
Show them how small those rings are.
Okay, this is why Randy's sad. You don't have to weave it. If you could just set them up for me.
I'm not gonna weave it. I just gotta do half the work.
Yeah. Working hard for the money. Working hard for the honey.
How many?
At least 4. Do 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 do. Yeah, Nika. Anytime. Oh, I use them too, Lydia. I like Chainmail Joe's stuff. Do 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 do. All right, so we're coming in here. You're gonna grip. We're gonna bend. That's when I put on my magnifier, says Michelle.
I have a problem seeing them. I have a problem with my fat fingers.
Yeah, Randy says he doesn't have a problem seeing them. He has a problem picking them up with his fingers.
Typically my large fingers.
Okay, so we're just going around like this. Just the 4 little wraps. And then we give it a snip. We give it a smush. And then I am going to go ahead and flump.
Is that 4 on one side?
No, just 4 total.
2 on one side.
2 on one side, 2 on the other. And that's in conjunct, or in addition to these ones. I'll need at least 1 Byzantine for each side in that one. Ooh. Chainmail Joe helped me a lot on ordering, etc., and talked me through their process. Shame they've not got a distributor here in the UK. Yeah, that'd be something. Ooh, Rainbow says on the website you and Randy told me about last night, they only do as big as 16 gauge jump rings. Will that still look good? Yes. Um, yeah, 100%. That's going to look great. With the, like, here we're using an 18 gauge. So 16 gauge gets quite bulky. Like this stuff here is a 16 gauge. So you can see that's pretty thick, I think. Oh, well, thank you, Lydia. It makes me so happy to be able to be helpful to y'all. So it's a little more work to do these double wrapped loops. It's just a slight little bit more, but I really love the look of it. Home is behind the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread through shadow to the edge of night, until the stars are all aligned. Oh, we didn't, Lydia. I was experimenting. We're gonna, not Lydia, Michelle. I'm so sorry. I'm reading like two different screens. Michelle, is I had started this one just when I wasn't feeling great. I just wanted to play with some chainmail and trying to prototype out designs for December's craft along kit. This is not the design we'll be doing, but I am thinking we might incorporate some of these cabs and then just do a tutorial showing. But in December, we're sending out the ring size to do any number of these weaves here. But it will only be enough to do like 3 bracelets, probably, depending on the size of the kit. So, ooh, well, I'm glad you like it. Because our friend Barbie had requested, she's like, y'all have got to do some red dichroic. And so I was like, okay, I've got to do some red dichroic. So we were able to get some glass. But I'm still experimenting with cooking, and just one of the reds turned out really orange looking, which is not my favorite. I mean, it's pretty and it's good to know, but we're still in testing. And I love jewelry where the beads move freely. And that's part of why I go ahead and do that spread with the round nose pliers. But that box chain is tight. Like, Randy did such a good job. Well, night, night, Stormy. I hope you get to feeling better. Ooh, a deep blue. It would. It would be so pretty. Until the stars are all aligned through shadow, whoop, cloud and shade, all shall fade. All shall fade. Oops, I bent that way too close. There we go. All right, I'm going to scooch these ones back on out of the way just to try to make it a little easier for the camera to focus. Ooh, it's Lord of the Rings, when Pippin was all like, nah, you don't want to hear our Hobbit songs. And Denethor was like, shut up. And then Pippin was like, okay. And then he started caterwauling, and it was wonderful.
Sing for me, Master Hobbit.
Sing for me, Master Hobbit. Is that Return of the King?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. It is the time of year for the rewatching of The Lord of the Ding Ding.
That is not what it's called.
Randy says that's not what it's called. He'll be putting it on the TV and I'll just be like, Lord of the Ding Ding. And it makes him laugh. That's like, gosh, it doesn't matter how poorly the business is doing or how good the business is doing or how hard of a day it was or anything like that. But whenever I can make Randy laugh, it makes me feel like I'm winning. I'm like, it clicks all those happy chemicals in my brain. Like it makes me feel like I'm on the right path and like I'm doing good. Oh, Cat and Cauldron says my friend who came to visit got us to start Game of Thrones again. That's fun. It's hard to ask for, oh, I don't know if I gave myself enough wire on that one. It's hard to ask for like, where are you at? Like without spoilers, but it's been out for long enough that, you know.
You're still in season 1.
Yeah, are you still in season 1? The lion still has claws. Ours are long and sharp, my lord, as long and sharp as you.
Yeah.
And so he flew, and so he spoke, like Lord of Casimir. And now the reins we bore his all, with no one there to hear. Yeah, we don't have HBO right now either. And now the reins we bore his all, with not a soul to hear. When Khaleesi is Pergonaut. Ah, and they just got to the city. She gets Pergonaut? Such spoilers. No, I'm kidding.
Be the mother of dragons.
Mother of dragons. Oh, that's so exciting. Lydia says, my problem is when doing live on a project because I get the hamsters in my brain. Oh my God. The hamsters are real. That's why I've got like half of them sitting in a corner singing. Just keep them from getting into trouble. Oh. So when it's this cold, it's impossible to keep a cup of coffee hot. So I've got my candles. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ah, level 6, Cat and Cauldron. It's a race. Night, night, Anika. Whoever wins the getting to level 10 wins this little bad boy.
Hope I win.
Randy says he hope he wins. You're gonna have to chat more, and you got to be chatting over on Kit. And then every time somebody reaches level 10, we do our giveaway. Randy resets it in the following live stream. Edwin is officially retired. Congratulations. Oh my God, you guys. That's a really big deal. Cat and Cauldron says, ooh, I would love to just win something once. Good luck. Saki Girl says, oh, I need to be chatting. Yes, you do. Because we're chasing carrots on Kick because let me clicky boop over yonder and see. Okay, so we are a creator. We got that check mark. But there's getting verified and then there's the path to partner, which it says, if your channel meets the requirements, please email blah for your associated Kick email address with the following information, your username and what type of content you stream. Kindly note that meeting the requirements does not guarantee being part of the program, but makes you eligible to apply. As far as I understand it, if we get partner, we'll be making $16 an hour for just like streaming. Like you're not gonna have to sub, you're still not gonna have to see ads. Like yeah, Kick would pay us. So I'm like, I want to work for Kick. Like that'd be cool. Like I'll stream. I can stream for money. Like I'm sitting here in my craft room anyways. Like this would be fun and cool. But to do that, to even get to where I can send them that email, we've got to get it to where we have an average of 75 viewers. We're at an average of 12, but I have not been very consistent. So I think we'll be able to work and improve on that. It says, hang with my community. We need to stream for a total of 30 hours in the last 30 days. And we have it figured up with our schedule that if we stream 2.5 hours on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we will very easily hit that number. And then to have 250 unique chatters during the last 30 days. And we're currently at 51, which is pretty cool. But we have we only needed 250 followers and we have 841. So
congratulations,
what happened?
They are in Kick now.
Oh, well, welcome to Kick, Lydia. Regular schedule certainly helps with that. I think it does. But yeah, so it's whereas on YouTube, unless we're streaming in the vertical, they don't even show our videos to folks over on our Back to Earth Creations channel, has been the feedback we've been getting. And so that's why I'm inclined to be if I'm gonna stream, I'd like for it to be on a platform that isn't punishing me for streaming. So ooh, we're gonna weave some chainmail. So it is chat, not just emojis, right? I don't know. Try it all. So, baby, not to be I think I'm done with you, but you can take a break.
Okay. Well, I'm going to the other room.
I miss you already. Which one weave? Oh, round mail? Yeah, it's round mail.
Right now, you going to weave?
No, I'm not.
Please, because those rings are very tiny.
Yes, I will go ahead and weave them. I know it's precariously perched.
Oh, very nervous.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Lydia. Saki Girl says, I see all your videos on YouTube, but maybe it's because I pay for YouTube because I hate ads. I don't know. I don't know, man. All I know is that we look at our numbers and we've got almost 250,000 subscribers, but then we'll be real lucky if we get 1,000 views on our videos. And I try to carry as much of the responsibility for that as I can, that it's well, maybe maybe I just don't make very good videos anymore. Honestly, I don't think I've ever made very good videos. I am not a good editor. I don't stay on topic. I take too long. But we got real lucky to get some exposure there for a little bit, and we rode that wave while we could. But I think this is just life now, and that's okay. But it just makes me confused whenever it's we're getting 500 new subscribers a month, but well, why'd they subscribe if they're not watching the videos? And then to have people who are oh my God, I've been subscribed for ages, but I haven't been seeing, notifications. And I'm yeah. Ooh, Cat and Cauldron says, I wish Kick had an app we could get on the TV. Me too. They're still relatively, they just came out of beta, I think, right? Let's get you to partner. It's still a new channel too. Oh, and that's actually why I made the Craft Along with Vaughn channel, is so that I could live stream the way that it is, and hopefully have that be a good thing without it gives me room to be able to experiment and stuff with our streams and our times and different things without potentially complicating whether or not our main channel actually gets showed to anyone, if that makes sense. Ooh, Michelle says, you're not the only one. I know a couple other streamers where they feel like they're in purgatory on YouTube. Yeah. But it's been very liberating because it's well, I get to do whatever I want because it's not one thing's more successful than another, I remember there was some channel on Facebook Panda something that shared your video, and then Adam Savage, and I think that's how I found you guys. Yeah, Adam Savage from Mythbusters had shared our Dragon Eye painting video, And and it completely changed our life. Like it it helped that we were already uploading a video a day. It helped that we already had a library of things that whenever an overnight success, we had been in business for 8 years before we became an overnight success. But it really, really helped to just give us such a push into, you know, here's your chance, take it. And we did our best. How to use common thingy on my videos? Dude, I don't even know what that is, Lydia. So now I'm going through, and I wanted to have it be large enough that I could have 2 loops going through. Cat and Cauldron says, maybe we can give you another push his way again. Give me a little bit. I'm going to be honest. I need to get my mental health and my physical health into a state where I'm trying to learn balance. And so much of this has been a tightrope walk of trying to relinquish control, but it feels like we're sailing a ship on choppy seas. And so it's like I've got goals on the horizon that I want to get to. But I can't try to be in control of everything because that makes me so stressed out that like I start shutting down, like burnout. I can't do anything if I'm burnt out. Cat and Calendar says, okay, just let us know when. So I'm enjoying this winter, this seasonal, there's seasons, I think, to my creativity. I can only speak for myself. Maybe it's this way for y'all too. Oh no, I'm still nursing on this coffee. Thank you though. But it's just trying to stay balanced and taking it a day at a time. And I think whenever it's time again, it'll spring will sprout and everything will start blooming again. But for now, I'm going to let myself experience this creative winter of just learning how to recover and be balanced, and to enjoy not having so many business demands, and to hopefully let myself grow. And like whenever we were in the thick of our success, I wouldn't have been able to take the time to color and experiment and have fun. Like, so this is my time for getting to explore my art and kind of like gestate in the ground through the winter so that I can boom come back up and like dollar bills like again. It's like, so that's kind of that's how I've come to accept that. It's like, okay, it's okay for, I don't have to be in bloom and bearing fruit all of the time, which is easier said than done because my inclination is to be like, oh no, bear fruit. But if I keep over harvesting myself, my fear is that if success fell in my lap again, I would fumble it. And so I'm going to try to not self-sabotage, but I'm not fame seeking. I'm not worried about views. I'm not any of these things. I want to find my way back to feeling joyful more often than I do exhausted. I'm so like, there are days I just wake up exhausted. And I'm like, I don't know if that's just life now, like, or what, but man, it's demarmalizing. That malachite shirt you got on though. Oh, well, thank you, Rainbow. I made this. Well, I didn't sew it, but I did the tie dye. I wanted to be a rock. So, ooh, Cat and Cauldron says, speaking of which, how did the Queen of the Night tulips fare this year? They sent up greenery, but they didn't bloom. And I'm worried about them because, well, I'm worried about everything in that bed because the chicken's completely demolished it. Like the bricks need restacked and everything. So I'm going to see if I can find it. Oh, Lydia, you're a sweetie. Y'all are so kind and sweet. Thank you guys. And it's like, I don't know, I want to be helpful. That's more important to me than, oh, I gotta get a bunch of views on this video. It's like, man, if I can help make your day a little less lonely, maybe, because I know even with Randy here and with my little fur babies, it gets so lonely in the craft room. And I just remember my dad, man. Like he wasn't in great health. And times were different back then. I think he passed away in 2003. Uh, but he didn't. The only people that he talked to were the guy who, like, other than my brother and I, was the guy who delivered his dialysis boxes, and then maybe the bank teller in the drive-through. But I was the one that did all our grocery shopping. He would like drive me there, and I would go in and do the grocery shopping. Um, Especially after his wheelchair broke, and it's like, if I could have kept him company, like, just blah, blah, blah. You can mute me if you want to, but I'm here if you need somebody to fill that quiet space in the corner of your home where maybe a pet passed away. It's like, put me in that corner, and I will be a distraction to you all day, and hopefully help you get to where you want to go, with your crafting adventures and stuff. Oh, well, shit, y'all. I enjoy my time with y'all too, because it keeps me from just sitting here with all of my empty spaces of loved ones that have passed away. Like, I used to keep Millie in a chair right here next to me. Mm, she was my buddy. Callie would come and hang out with me. Ooh, where's Ember? Huh? It must have been the chair squeak. I thought I heard a cat meow. Um, that is a nice link. Randy did that. That's a Byzantine link. And I just think they look so pretty. And so a lot of the times, whenever I was first learning about chainmail, I would think, oh, this is chainmail. And it's like, yes, this is chainmail, but so is this. And I think this is way more achievable for a lot of folks who are just starting to get into chainmail, that you can do just two of them and just have it come off, like the sides of a necklace or something. And so let's see, I'm going to grab 2 more rings. Well, thank you guys. Will the necklace be a series of those? Yes, I do think so. So you're gonna hook through there. I really like the back of this one. All of my polymer clay stuff usually comes out like really bulky, but I'm still finding my way. And that's really the part of it. I think the thing that was the hardest for me, and if you've watched our videos for a while, you've probably heard me say this, that it's you have to let go of what was most important to make room for what will be. I've been struggling with that for like 3 years, it feels like. Um, Trying to let go of what was most important to make room for what will be. But it's our dreams came true. Like, we did it. We got there and we did it. We were big time YouTubers, herder, and got out of debt. That was the big goal. Like, because what's the point of money, for buying beads, duh. But also, like, that's what was motivating us, was we really wanted to get out of debt. We wanted to stabilize our business. We wanted to see if we could actually thrive, because we had started our business back in 2008. And it's like, there's not a whole lot of people who are able to afford to retire who are in this line of work, like exclusively this line of work. There's we've lots of friends who also have a day job, but this is like what they do for fun, and that's enviable. Like, that'd be the dream. Like, if I could be financially independent and then just get to do this for fun. But this is kind of the only I don't have any marketable skills, because I can it whenever I worked at Taco Bueno, they wouldn't just let me go pee whenever I needed to go pee. And I'm like, I'm not there. You're going to have to pay me more than $7 an hour for me to not pee. Like, cause I gotta pee. Like, and that's just been the general consensus for anywhere that I've worked. Cause it's like, can I pee when I want to? Then I'm not working here. The video that you did 10 days ago on your main other YouTube channel, I want to learn by your techniques and make my own necklace just like that, and make a few variations just for fun. Do it. Do you have all the stuff for it? Or are there like a tool or a material that you need? That and I get hostile. I get hostile sometimes, and it's just I really do prefer, like, this will be fine. I wasn't born for being rich. I was born for staying at home and going pee when I feel like it. Uh, oh, I appreciate you, Lydia. She says I watch all your older videos like 8 years back. No one can fire you for needing to use the bathroom either. Labor laws, and it was pre 2008 last time I worked out of the house, but I don't know how to do an Excel spreadsheet. Like, I don't even know what job I'd have to go back to school, is what I fear. And I don't feel like going into debt again. So hopefully I can just, if it doesn't work as an artist, I'll just quit my job and join the circus and be like a circus marm or something. Aw. Well, thank you, Rainbow, for your vote of confidence. I'm going to be honest, it scared me getting that fever the second time in a row, because I've not had, other than like joint pain and stuff, um, I've not had any chronic illnesses, knock on wood. But to get that fever out of nowhere a second time, it really made me doubt whether or not I'd be able to do whatever I set my mind to. And that was scary, is scary. So Lydia says, Excel, I did that in my younger years. It wasn't fun, right? YouTube Excel tutorials, right on. No signing up for school or anything necessary. I think if I had to go and get a job outside of the house, my friend worked at a factory around here, like checking the truckers in at the factory. And I bet I could do that. Like, it's not too far of a drive. It's Rainbow says, I love Excel. I still use it for fun even. Oh no. Well, that's cool. I'd probably want to try to go work at Lowe's in the garden section, but I know that it's not going to just be playing in the garden section. But I don't know. I could probably get certified to work at a daycare or something. I love hanging out with little kids. But everything's okay for now. I don't need to be worried about getting jobs outside of the house because everything's okay. I have enough. I am enough. There is abundance. And everything's going to be okay. Boom. Manifesting the shit out of that. Tricoat Moon says, oh, well, I use Excel for organizing and fun stuff too. Nice. I feel like crying just thinking about it. I hate Excel because it wants you to do it in the same way every time. And I can never remember how to do it. And it's like, oh man, it's as bad as doing math. Oh, well, thank you, Rainbow. I worked for Lowe's and Home Depot, was a lead cashier, was hard work in garden area. I love it, but now no way. Gotcha. Ooh, baby, baby. Did you see him airdrop this hot water bottle? This man knows. It's so warm. Okay. I just need to get one link done and then I can keep doing the chainmail. I can't live without Excel. So, well, hey, Blander, how's it going? She says, I truly admire folks like you that can do shows like this. It certainly helps with having a crafty business. I'm so much of an introvert, it terrifies me. Oh, really? Oh, I'd sit here and talk all day, even if I didn't have a camera in front of me. I did blah, blah, blah. Like, mm-hmm. Aw, thank you, Lydia. Blinder says, I can't live without Excel. My entire life is managed by Excel. Oof. I'm very lucky to have such clever and resourceful friends. This hot water bottle's so nice. Like my back wasn't even hurting. It's just warm and I didn't realize how cold I was. Sometimes if there's a little too much, we'll just get in there and go like that and go like, "Bah." And then we're gonna do the old squishy smush. Ooh, Cat and Cauldron says, Vaughn, I would gladly pay you to do a short-term organizing project here in California, room and board included. I don't know. This is gonna sound terrible. I'm not really gonna do anything that's an overnight trip away from the house, except for Animate St. Louis and Dragon Con until after Ember and probably Z pass away. It's just there. I mean, it feels like any day now with Ember, and so times really like so. It's bring it up again in a bit, like. But those are the things that are keeping me really close to home right now. And Michelle says, "I am sure once I grow up and get my together, I might use Excel." I like having friends who know how to use Excel. I'm gonna be honest. Some things I'm okay with outsourcing. But no, like that seems like super morbid, but it's I'm trying to leave as much of my time and energy available just for my pets right now. So it's like we're not doing a whole lot of leaving the house to go to the gym. We're working out here at home. We're not doing a whole lot of going to the store. We get the groceries delivered. And it probably sounds extreme, but and ready to if animals don't need pet sitting. Right on. We'll keep that in mind. I've been needing an excuse to get out to California. Oh, Lydia, don't be sad. It's okay. Ember's had a wonderful 19 years with us. Z's old as dirt. Like, this is just the way of things. And so we're keeping them warm and loved and giving them the retirement that we hope we get to have one day. If nothing else, it's fresh puppy pads and clean heated blankets. So I will. And thank you. That means so much to me for you to offer that. Like, that's really, thank you. You're able to cast it to the TV? How do you do that? Oh, they've been such a blessing to our life. I don't This is going to sound dramatic, but I don't think I'd be who I am if it weren't for my pets. Like, oh, they've been as true a friend as there's ever been. So I hate to see them go, but that's the price we pay to grief is the price we pay for loving. Okay, getting that together. Getting those threaded on. And it's been so nice to have Mr. Puddums around and have, kind of that teenager kitten energy. And he's such a derp and he stinks so bad. Like, because he got sprayed by a skunk. And, but I still pet him. And then I stink like a skunk. And so, like, but I'm not giving him a bath because he's massive. He's this, like, giant tomcat. and he laid on our bed, so Randy's doing the laundry, and I don't know if it's gonna get the skunk smell out of it, but it's just, oh, Mr. Puddums, come on, buddy. But he's such a ham and cheese sandwich. He's a mad lad, 100%. My sweet kitty went over the rainbow bridge back in March. Seems like just last week everyone tells me to get a new cat. They don't get it. No, I know what you mean. It's I was not receptive at all whenever people are like, "Oh, you should get a puppy with Sam." But Millie fell out of the sky into our lap. I stole her from the neighbors. But it was really nice to have a buddy to grieve with. Um, and she did so much that it just gave a balance to the heartbreak from losing Sam. I also had the heartwarming of this rambunctious puppy who kind of almost didn't give me a minute to myself to grieve. Try wiping them with a paper towel sprayed with nature's miracle. Okay. I have this big house that I fantasize about turning into art and craft collective. Oh, that's cool. I'm not against it, but I don't feel it, and I'm grieving so badly. I'm not ready yet and don't want to think of other cats like that yet. I understand that. I feel like the universe sends pets when we're ready, or when the universe decides that we're ready sometimes too. Or spray your hands and wipe them down. Okay. I feel like pets are gifts from the Fae as much as there ever could be. That whenever a puppy just shows up in my backyard, it's like, I mean, I can't say no. So it'd just be rude to turn away such a gift as a friend as this. Michelle says, yeah, I don't think I was ready for all these dogs. Oh no. That's awesome, Rainbow. Oh yeah, how's she doing? She seemed to love Edwin so much. Just the way that he'd walk away and she'd just look after him. What? Oh, Lydia, thank you so much. Ooh, that's some good Wawa. Organic Silver Moon Designs just gifted a subscription to Michelle. That's awesome. Thank you. Ooh, I have another sip just for you, Cat and Cauldron. Mm. All right. Okay, so we've got 4 more. Now I know I've been chit chatting, but I'm working. I promise I'm working. So I just, in my mind, it's like I'll expect to be done with a project by now. And it's like, girl, why are you lollygagging? Well, first off, because I'm having fun. I just picture you as like, is it Artemis or Diana who has her hounds at her heels, with the crescent moon as her bow? Both of them right on. That's all. It's a small farm, right? Oh, Nadja. Oh, I'm not entirely certain. Hey, Randy. Here, I'm going to replace this bead because I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little jank. There's no reason to have a jank bead if we don't have to. It's just a little like crushed. A little wonky. Sorry, I was remembering a meme, but it's indecent, so I can't tell it to you guys. All right on. Well, I don't want anything to like catch the skin or like the hairs on your neck or anything. I think if you look at your Kick dashboard on a computer, I don't freaking know because let me look at this person's.
Okay.
Where it says gift
Alright,
subs, it
guys,
should have a
that is
thing off
going
to
to
the
be
right
us
that you
for
can
today.
click like
I
subscribe,
hope you all enjoyed the
and
stream. Want to say thank you
like
very
it'll
much
be
for
like
the
lime
follows,
green.
the
I hope
raids.
that's
Thank
help.
you very much for all the gifted subs and the
That sounds great,
resubs too.
Lydia. It's whatever you'd like
That
to
is
do.
going to be us for the day. I'm gonna head out, go and enjoy a walk with my wife before going pick the kids up later on. And yeah, pretty much go to from there. Thank you very much everyone for joining in. That's me. I will see you all tomorrow. Be back tomorrow.
So we've
And we'll
swapped
carry
out
on
that
with
bead,
the phase 2 on the side that we're carving away. We still got to dig out
just lining this up,
majority of their
wrapping
face,
it around.
and we add the notches in as well. Okay.
Oh,
So
I
for
don't
now,
know.
GG's.
Maybe. I had pulled up Brox's stream. If he's still on, that's who I'm going to raid today. Was it really? Wow, I had no idea that y'all could hear the audio, desktop audio. Wow. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. What was he talking about? Not when they fight. Nadja attacked baby girl. Oh no, and she had to get stitches, but then the neighborhood dog came over and spooked Harris, and we are getting a delivery. Oh no, and Harris bit the delivery driver. Oh my god. Still had to be reported, and so now she's in quarantine. Oh my gosh. My grandma used to work at a young adults clothing store, and they sold jewelry, but of course some pieces would break. Well, my aunt had a craft business making jewelry, and so my grandma would give her the broken necklaces and stuff, and she would reuse the beads in her stuff. Nice. Oh no, they're signing off. Well, going for a walk sounds nice, but well, maybe a different crafter will be on by the time I log, because we're still going to be here for almost a whole nother like 53 minutes. Mm-hmm. Hey, Randy, could you put my chickens to bed for me, please? Thank you. All right, we only have 3 more bead links to make. You know, I'm going to take a break from doing this to weave that chainmail that's been sitting there this whole time. Rainbow says, making these little segments is a nice mindfulness activity. Oh, yeah? How so? Oh, my gosh. The fight happened Tuesday and the Amazon thing happened Friday. My God, that is a lot. That's a lot, Michelle. How are you doing? I'd be stressed out of my damn mind. These freaking kids. My friend who was here for Thanksgiving lives in Las Vegas, and she keeps an eye out. When she goes thrifting and picks up jewelry, I can repurpose. Oh my goodness. Michelle's is going crazy. That makes sense. That's valid. Well, hey, Wabbit, how's it going? We're going to have another little bit of coffee. Oh, well, just because I have to be focused and in the zone, and I enjoy doing them, so it's relaxing and got to be mindful. Right, and even watching you do them too. Right on. No, I didn't know if you meant mindful like if you're keeping something specific in mind, because I know that like with like rosaries, it's almost like a prayer shawl, you know, of like just keeping something in mind. And so I didn't know. I agree with you. I didn't know if that's what you meant, but I agree with you. Ooh, oh, chainmail. Yes, we were making some little links. I'm gonna have to set this here to let it cool. But I am making the necklace to this polymer clay infused glass. And I'm hoping it'll come out pretty cool. I might have made more beads and links than what I need. We'll see. So getting my pliers, and my Randy got these all set up for me. And so this is, we're using 20 gauge 1/8 inch. And this first open one is going to have 4 closed on it. So how are you doing today, Wabbit? What are you up to? And so we're going to close that ring. And then I'm going to take this next one in line, and I'm going to hook it through all 4 of those. And then we're going to close it. Oh no. Oh, that's amazing that Matt's Crazy Art did that for you, Lydia. Ooh. Wow. Mr. Puddums is in the house? Oh, hey, Mr. Puddums. Would you mind moving those weights so he can eat undisturbed? Oh, you were already doing it. You're the greatest, baby.
I was going to walk by. Deal with it.
And we're just trying to make sure that we get a good closure on each of these teeny tiny rings. Yeah. Time to turn up the volume to hear the clicks. Those ring clicks are so satisfying. I'll try to get the microphone close in on it for you. Yeah, it's nuts. But Nadja is really a sweet dog. Soon know her from the camp along. Yeah, but when she's in protective mode, she is a beast. That's really nice. Like, it's nice to have a guard dog, you know. But yeah, so that's what the Byzantine looks like. That wee bitty bit right there. And I'm going to go ahead and just attach this to the link and then close it. I'm going to need to open up 2 more little links per each. Now that's something I don't know if I can help you with that, Rainbow, because I don't know where things are sourced for you. I get a lot of beads off of AliExpress, just straight from the manufacturers. Sometimes you have to wait. We call it the slow boat from China, but some, you know. Man, Mr. Puddums just eats like his face is a shovel. Do you see? Woo! My phone is falling. He just over there eating his food. He's gonna get fat. I love him. That's really awesome. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 and 2. All right. I know there's local places. It's just a matter of finding a place that has unique ones like Michael's Food. Gotcha. A lot in a couple other places, but I want to get more variation. Yeah. Do you ever have? Oh, hey Loki, how's it going? Do you have any gem and mineral shows in your area? That's a great place to find stuff. That sometimes isn't even in like mass production anymore, or you know. I made a jewelry display case following Matt's crazy art tutorial. It was fun and easy enough that I made 4 of them. Nice. What style was it? Ah, there are gem shows on occasion, but most of them don't sell beads. Man, wasn't there? There used to be like a great big bead and button show up in like Milwaukee. I wonder if anybody, like any other companies, are going to swoop in and fill the void left in the wake of that show closing down. I'm just struggling with, I really want to get a Cab King. I'm going to have to just get the measurements tonight because that'll either encourage me farther or nip it in the bud. Because if we can't fit it where I was thinking I want to put it, then we can't get it. Just period. We'll have to look at it like a smaller piece of machinery or something. But I really, really, really want to start cabbing my own cabochons because we'll be able to use all of our dud glass. Like, oh, I'll have to grab the box and show you what I'm talking about. But that was something that all the way back, like when we still lived in Tennessee. So before 2013, Randy and I wanted to we wanted to go to the Lapidary Club in Tullahoma. It would do gemstones. Like, we'd be able to do freehand, we'd be able to do docked. It's got all the wheel stations. But I figured even if all we used it for was shaping the glass into more unique designs than what we can accomplish in the kiln. Okay, so there's the Byzantine in 2 different sizes. And you can see this is much longer than I had originally thought. So I made way more beads than what I needed. So we may end up actually doing this. I don't know if it would look good as a 2-layer. Maybe just a matching bracelet. We'll see. Okay, it's called a Cab King. Yes. And I'd probably be getting it from Kingston North because they're who I buy my other glass cutting stuff from. And if I buy a certain amount of stuff, then it tips me over into better pricing. So we'll see it. The king of all cabs. Yeah, let me go with, I don't know, Lydia. I don't know how I do it. I just go, how are the chickens, baby?
They're good.
Bok,
They're all
bok.
putting together for lunch.
Oh, my poor sweet babies. I'm going to make them a pot of noodles tomorrow. I think they'll like that. Why am I in this room? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, Ember, your blanket turned off. There you go, baby. Yeah. It's my hot water bottle on my tailbone cushion. Hey, Leaf. Leaf says, "Ooh, a Cab King. I'm going to join the Lapidary Club this year. I've wanted to for 5 years. I'm finally gonna go for it. Do it. We got to do it." All right, so I'm gonna scooch these couple of things out of the way. Ooh, Cat and Cauldron says, my dad grew up in Springfield, Missouri, and he was a huge rock hound as a kid. His mom and dad too. There should be a bunch of clubs in that area. I've got to find one. I've just got to make it happen. Ooh, Cat and Cauldron says, I found a lapidary club where I can use their equipment as long as I'm a member. And that'd be ideal for getting into. But step 1 is Randy and I are going to be finishing up our taxes to make sure, would it be a good idea to invest in some more equipment and be able to take it as a deduction? Or should we just we just need to find out that number before making the investment? But we've got stuff like this, this is my grind bin, that normally what I do is I put the grinder bit on that same machine that I make the grooves with. I put a bit that would just grind, that sharp point off, and I'd remove some of the dichro from the surface, and then I would run it through the kiln again to do a fire polish. Now, if I had my Cab King, this is what I'm thinking. And y'all, please correct me if I'm wrong because I'm just dreaming here. Ooh, Loki says, I'm in a region where red agate can be found if guided to correct shallow streams. That'd be so cool. Honestly, I'd be just taking gravel out of my driveway and being like, look at this rock. But if I could probably use a template or something. because whenever I fire polish something, it blobs out. Even like it just, especially whenever it's small like a cabochon, I've not been able to get the temperature to where it doesn't blob it back out. So my goal would be to cut this out. I might use nippers, or I don't know how I would do it, but because I don't want to just like dop it and then just like grind all that off, but that might be the best way to do it. But so really I'd be looking at the back. So I would cut that shape out of this. Yeah, I'd love to just nip that off because I could use this again to melt down and do a sheet mount or something. And then dome it to where it looks a lot more like, I have a Larimar in here that I think my friend Brenda sent me that is like the perfect example. Okay, so this one's not a perfect example, but if I could get this to be more this shaped, but see how this one's still very blocky, like the girdle or the bezel is still very tall, which is why I grooved that one. But I would want something that's a little more like pillowed out nicely. Do I not have a teardrop example of this in my whole dang house? Well, I don't have a teardrop example. This one's a little better, but I'd want to get that nice rounded girdle edge or the bevel edge. Or is it bevel or bezel edge? I think it's bezel edge. Like this is one that we bought for $1 from a feller in Springfield at a gem and mineral show. And look at how good he did on. And this is just, it's helping us to achieve a thinner stone so we can have a larger piece that weighs less. And it will let us do shapes and things that are not just puddle melting. Like, cause like this is an example. It just, everything looks kind of puddly. And I'd really love to be able to lapidary this down. This is like a really pretty, like, it's not picking, like Jolly Rancher red kind of, but it's not picking up on the camera as well. But this is my bin of all the things that you can't feel it in my teeth the way I can, but there's a little bit of scuzziness, like detrification there on the surface. And so I just need to grind that out. And I'll probably put it back into the mold to fire polish it. That way it doesn't lose its shape. But like we've got like this one here, the whole batch, the glass that I was using had some impurity or something on it. But then ones like this one, that detrification there, I would love to be able to make a marquee cut out of this. So it's all these guys that just need a little bit of lapidary work to show the layers and stuff underneath. So I don't even have to buy any gemstone slabs. I could practice dopping and cabbing these on a Cab King. That way, whenever I do get some agate, I'll be ready to go. No, you won't. You can't sell them, but those wonky ones are the ones I really like. Well, I will be putting them into our crap boxes. So was the plan if we end up not getting a Cab King, because I can't just hoard this stuff. This is only from like 4 months of production. We have a really high dud rate. Ooh, Loki says I have one sample of red agate that is natural shaped in 1/2 by 1/2 inch by about 3 millimeters. I rock tumbled with other roughies I accumulated, and it's a nice square and shiny now. Nice. Right on. Cat and Cauldron says, ooh, depreciation tax write-offs on equipment. The former accounting brain is so drooling right now. I'm not going to kink shame you, but doing my taxes is absolutely freaking miserable to me. So I thought that's what Vaughn said, but thought I misheard the crap box. Yeah, no, it's crap. It's like I can't sell it, but I can't throw it away because it's too nice to throw away. But it's not quite good enough to sell because like I want people to, and sometimes it'll be stuff like they just grew together. and are also horribly detrified. Or like this one just had a nipple. Can't be selling cabs with nipples. That's wild. Hey Brenda, how's it going? So now we can do the extension off the other side. Ooh, Rainbow says I have quartz in mine. Agate would be really cool. Nice. I'm sure someone out there would want that in their cab. Maybe. But it's also the perfect reason to get a cab king, is what I'm saying. So I want to see if I like it better with the chainmail attached directly, but I also don't know if I'm going to be able to fit both rings through here. Ruh-roh. Nope. Well, heck. And this is why I should have been using a better loop for, not a better loop, my stepped mandrel pliers to make the loops off of this instead of my round nose, is because sometimes I'll get lazy and not be paying attention. Okay, so I'm just going to remove those two rings, and then I'm actually going to open this. And then I'm just going to hook our wrap loop on there. This was an 18 gauge square wire that's actually fed all the way through our polymer clay piece. Shoulders hurting me. I don't do taxes. It makes me too anxious because I'm too ADD and OCD, and it paralyzes me to think it might make a mistake. However, I love accounting in theory. Just the practice gets my OCD into overdrive. Right on. That makes sense. No, I love the doneness, like the knowledge that it's obtained by doing the accounting, but trying to go through and keep track of everything is basically, it's having to go through all year and pick up all my messes of where I didn't file things correctly or just didn't file them at all. So that's the part that I'm like, Vaughn, why did you do this to me? Why, girl, why? So if I would just behave, it'd make it easier on everyone involved. I'm not going to do that though. So getting that link attached and then just coming through, opening that up. Ooh, a peanut butter sandwich. Oh, Lydia says, I just grabbed a peanut butter sandwich and opened my studio up. It's getting really cold in there. I'm going to live at 7:45 and room has to be warm for my clays. Gotcha. Well, good luck in your live stream today. What are your goals for today's stream? Ooh, I need to make some bread tonight or tomorrow, perhaps. Oh, what kind of bread? Oh, I love strawberry jam and peanut butter. So just hooking that on. What do you think of that with the two loops though? Do you see what I mean? That it makes it kind of look more, I don't know. I like how it repeats this motif right here of the doubled up rings. I like it. Cheesy onion pull apart bread. That sounds amazing. Thank you, baby. Randy just gave me the 30-minute mark. I might get one piece of jewelry kind of made today, and that's all right. Because I am not here to be a productivity machine. Honest to goodness, that's what we've got AI and 3D printers for. I'm here to take care of my silly meat suit that my brain rides around in. On my way. This is Michelle. Loki says, it allows me to list a lot of purchases on taxes. I 100% deducted the new Brio camera for streaming. Same for new 4K camcorder. Noise. So now we're just going to hook through 2. We're going to close that. To finish my blue resin moon with blue beads, making clasp and add more jump rings on chain links, I made so blue moon hangs correctly. Oh, that's going to be nice. Well, happy crafting, Lydia. Teeny tiny rings. These are not the tiniest, but they're like the second tiniest that we use. Much tinier than this, and I'm like, but why? Why am I doing this to myself? Looking through there. It sounds really pretty, Lydia. And will you be streaming on YouTube or on TikTok? Okay, and then we're going to join it to another one of these. Do you all ever mess with glass shaping using napping techniques? I haven't, but I'm curious about it. What are your thoughts on it, Loki? Which will you be streaming today, Loki? I wonder. I'm looking for somebody to raid at the end of my stream. It's really good to understand the importance of accounting and bookkeeping and to be aware of the things that are important and know the things to check on to know if your business is healthy or not is good. I got an associate's degree in accounting, but never really went into the profession. I realized I'm more creative at heart. I agree with that so much. Like, I got an associate's in small business management, and I took just enough accounting to know that it's not what I wanted to do with my life. But it was, I don't regret having gone to college, but it's also like I could have just like read some books and gotten the same information. But it was also in like an online environment, so. But it's you're 100% right. Understanding the importance of accounting and what to keep track of and just kind of understanding it. Pliers make a world of difference in wire wrapping and this chainmail work. Oh my God, they do. So much. Ooh. Loki says, I've seen one person who does the arrowhead shaping using glass who also makes decorative items like a clear blue glass heart. Nice. But the order in theory is really attractive, isn't it? It is. It is. It's mostly, I'm just always mad that I have to pay money at the end. Like, by the time I've finished up my taxes, I'm always like, but what has Rome done for us? Like, but it's okay. It'll be all right. I'll get through it. Since I can only talk to you here or do on the talk or message you on the web while I lived. Oh, I got you, Lydia. Ooh, Try Question Moon says, I've wanted to get a piece of obsidian to do napping on. It looks so fun, the videos I have seen, right? Hey, Brenda. Oh, well, thank you. We had sculpted this, I feel like ages ago in possibly a live stream. But we're making it into a necklace today. So I think I'm not gonna do the oval ones. I'm just gonna do the squares and then probably there's a square and a square. And then that one, yeah, it looks like I'll finish up wrapping this one, and that'll probably give us enough that the whole neckline is complete. I usually make my necklaces to around 18 inches, and then I give it 4 or 5 inches of extender chain. And this is for the kind of like a, not off the shelf, but I don't know what else to call it. Just, it's for our booth inventory or for our website where somebody would just buy it, and then we can modify it for them if it's on the website. But whenever it's out of our booth, it's like, we'll just put some more chain on it if they need it longer. But it's really tricky to shorten jewelry, especially if it's like bead strung or something when we're in the booth, especially if we're as busy as we'd like to be. That's usually the trick, is making sure we're good and busy. Because otherwise, like, we're sitting there, we got all the time in the world if it's a slow sales day. Ooh, so that kind of got stacked a little weird. That's okay though. Oops. I'm just going to trim off. I didn't give myself quite enough room to fit all the wire, but that's okay. We just trim some off and squish it till it works. I'm always happy when I have to pay some taxes at the end of the year. That means I did really well, and I looked at the traffic lights and newly paved roads, and I drive, and when I go to my library and think, hey, my taxes funded that. How exciting. That's a really great way of looking at it. Pressure flaking and striking with antler. Ooh. It's the same as arrowhead shaping with flint or chert rocks, flaking off flat offcuts. One substitutes glass for the stone. It's one of those things that I think I understand it in theory, but until I get my hands on it, I'm like, I don't know anything. Like, you know what I mean? There it is. Okay. So let's see this. I might actually have too many. We might have enough to do a bracelet right out the gate. There's my ruler. Well, hey, Eric says, hey there, finally getting to see a live craft one. Thanks so much for all your videos. I've gotten a lot out of watching them. The necklace is looking lovely. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be helpful to you. What kind of crafting and such do you do, Eric? So from the center line, yeah, we'll be able to finish it off with these beads. That'll be just fine, I think. And we can always trim it down later. Only one more segment of chainmail though. So I am going to, here they are. Point is, the glass is insanely available. You harvest glass by taking soda beer or other flat bottom bottles and bounce a nail in the bottle, and the bottom pops off near perfect. What? One of those freakish properties of glass. I've never seen that. What do you mean bounce a nail? Will you demonstrate this next time you stream? Eric says, I do mostly chainmail, but also interested in wire wrapping and a bunch of other stuff. Right on. That's cool. Michelle says, I would be afraid of destroying the piece. Right? Yeah, with the flint napping. That's probably my favorite thing about glass too, is especially with having our home kilns. If I screw it up, I can just melt it down again. So it's forgiving in that sense. Like, that would be super cool to see. I've never seen that before. Just popping the end off. And so you just use like the bottom of the pop bottle. Ooh, just finished vending at a night market yesterday and have yet to unload the car. Oh, that's exciting. Well, I hope it went well. True, but I don't know if my nerves would even let me start. Gotcha. That makes sense. So there we are with just a nice little, you don't even have to do the whole, like this, to me, in my head, this is just level 1 chainmail, just opening and closing jump rings and joining 2 links together. like, because you're practicing your openings, you're practicing your closures, and that's chainmail is not much more than that sometimes. Hey Laura, we do's it. How are you doing today? I like it, level 1 chainmail. But yeah, I mean, it's just open them, hook it through, and close them, and that's level 1. Like, that's the first stepping stone down the chainmail path. And that's the part that even if you try chainmail and you're like, I didn't much care for it, just knowing how to open and close jump rings really well, super handy, whether you're doing macrame or wire wrapping. Ooh, Lydia says, I'm trying really hard to get to 1,000 subscribers, so my lives really help me grow. And some humor. Halloween, I burned my first time burning polymer clay. Oh no, it was crazy. Your fire alarm was going off with black smoke. Oh my God. Oh, wow. I walk in the rain. She said, I love her. I stayed with me to the end. They're awesome. And yep, I recognize them from chat. Oh, that's terrible. And it was all on fire, though. We do it says I'm trudging along. We'll trudge on over here and craft with us. We've got about 20 more minutes before we log. Today we are making kind of micro mail, I guess. Making messes is what we're doing. But trying to make a necklace for this pendant that I'd sculpted, it feels like ages ago. Eric says it did. It was super chilly, but hot tea and layers got me through. That's the way to do it. I don't know. It's been a while. But in my mind, I'd rather be cold than hot. But it's been a long time since I've been super cold, freezing my cheeks off at a craft show. But I don't know. Because man, heat stroke sucks. Yeah, cold over hot for me, right? I'd have to bring my jackery and a heated blanket if they didn't have power hookup, but that's how I'd get myself through. But if it's windy, I'm going home. Like, that's how I feel too. You can always add more layers. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. In the cold, you can blanket up and layer up in the heat and humidity. Nope. Yeah, I can only get so naked before I get arrested. And that doesn't help with the humidity. Ooh, Cat and Cauldron says, what kind of clasp will you use? Pre-made lobster or an S-hook? I'm going to be using a pre-made lobster claw. Just because I don't like S-hooks for necklaces because I've got like a bunch of like baby hairs that always get like tangled up in that stuff. Well, thank you for sharing it, Lydia. Caution to heed if flaking glass. There's a condition from breathing glass dust with a fancy name like silicitis. Simply work in ventilated space and run a gentle fan across your work focus. Yeah, that's Randy and I are trying to do a lot better about, like, we've got ventilations and stuff put in, but I'm not always wearing my mask when I'm cutting glass with my nippers, and I'm like, I need to start being a lot better about this because I don't smoke or anything, but my lungs are going to be all full up of all sorts of weird shit by the time I'm 50 because of all the stuff we do in the craft room. It's my first night market, but not my first craft show, says Eric. Super enjoy meeting folks and talking with them about all the sparkly stuff. Yes. I feel that. So we're just hooking through another Byzantine unit. Blow the air away from your body with working with glass. Excellent warning. That is an excellent warning. getting everything all nice and straightened out. Sometimes things will be a little twisted up. You just got to relax it. Oh, that's going to be a perfect length, I think. Ooh, Cat and Cauldron says same when working with solder and stained glass. Nice. Ooh, coffee. Oh, yes. The hot bean juice. Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, first person to get to level 10 in our Kick chat over at kick.com/back to earth creations. The more you chat, the closer you get to level 10. And our level 10 giveaway for Kick Chat is this little tentacle plant, which I love. Like, look at that bad boy. No watering or sunlight necessary. It may need dusted periodically. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be drinking coffee after 5 p.m., but the sun already went to bed and I'm mad about it, so I'm drinking coffee. I was like, where'd it go? Dusting? Yeah, like, I mean, like, I don't know, a year from now, if it looks kind of scuzzy, you just like, I don't know, slap it with a paintbrush. It'll be fine. Oh my God, Michelle is so close. Oh, we don't have a Trader Joe's here, unfortunately. Okay, I just gotta weave one more unit of chainmail. Do 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 do. Boop do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Boop boo do 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 do. Bottle bottom glass windows for an entry door were a fad in early 1900s, but like all trends faded, you can find entry doors with bottle glass at those dealers in antique and vintage homeware, like old fireplace mantles. Ooh, okay. Ah, we do's it over here on Kick. She just brought her mouse to me to throw. Oh goodness, organic. It's got me wondering, do the emojis, like, can you level up on just emojis? Because I don't mind y'all spamming emojis. I don't mind it a bit. I think Kick has some, like, filters that, like, if you're too spammy with the emojis, it'll slow you down. Cat and Cauldron says stuffed mouse. I do hope so. Sorry, I just love all the emojis bumping. Thank you guys. That, like, y'all make this feel so wonderful. Like, to get to come and stream. Like, it's very demarmalizing whenever to stream and like nobody's hanging out. And so thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. Like, I know I'm just a potato, but y'all make me feel like a loaded mashed potato. Like okay. Blender says, "Oh goodness, emoji madness." Yep. A potato? Yeah, like, I mean, I'm just me. Like, I'm just in here. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't super duper feel like I'm doing anything special. That I feel like every single one of y'all could be doing what I'm doing right now. Like, y'all certainly have the skill and the talent and the kindness in your hearts. Like, and so, but it really means a lot to me that y'all choose to spend your time here with me. So thank you guys. Eyes Wide Shut took place at Christmas. Oh, I don't know what that means. Aw, we're potatoes too. Sup, taters. There was an indoor space with 50 vendors, says Eric, and then 20 of us brave folks outside. I heard there were people enough for traffic jams inside. Oh, goodness. That's amazing. Ishka. How did we do this? Yeah, it attaches to this one. Because really the rules are made up and the points don't matter. So as long as I can get this half of the necklace to look like the other half of the necklace, then we did it right. Rainbow asks, is the pendant you have on there on that necklace, is it kind of heavy or very light? I think it's very light. It is certainly lighter than something comparable made out of wire. I mean, it's pretty light. It's heavier than if it's just a bauble set in aluminum, but it has a nice weight to it. I'm going to try it on here in a moment and see how it hangs. Oh. What killed the Charlie Brown Christmas vibe? What did, I don't know. I didn't know we had a vibe get killed. Oh, really kind of killed the Peanuts Xmas Jazz type vibe. Oh, gotcha. Okay, I see. So I'm just going to hook these through there. Oh, man. There's a song. I found a dubstep version of like Carol of the Bells or something, and it's nice. Like, it's my favorite type of holiday music is like rave holiday music, because just like flip all the lights into like where they're flashing. Put on a Santa hat and start spinning poi and just everybody puts their stockings on and booch, 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 booch. What am I doing? Okay, we're gonna need some extender chain. And I do like to use this mechanized chain. It's a 19 gauge from the Ring Lord. It's enameled iron to keep the fairies at bay. And I'm going to use one link of it to attach the clasp. Ooh, Eric says, love that. I love fusion music. Give me some Celtic or classical electronica any day. Yes. 8 minutes, says Wandy. Well, I'm putting on the extender chain now, so we got at least one project done today. That's phenomenal. And then I'll probably go through and finish off the ends of the bracelet Randy made today. Mission complete. Oh my goodness. I love it. Y'all. Oh, oh, oh. 8-minute warning, right? I love it. It does have a nice little weight, like right there, but it's not so much that it's like, to me, I don't want to wear a necklace that's going to be pulling down with the weight of the pendant into my neck like that, because I'm a meaty girl. I don't want it biting into my meat. like that Kick shows the name of the sticker under the Vaughn stickers. There's names for the stickers. It would be fun some night for a short like hour or something during December to do a Christmas rave. Right on. Okay, I'll start putting together a playlist. No meat biters, but you know what I mean? Like, but if it'll just sit on me, because also if they're very long and then I like bend over, I've gotten whacked in the face by long necklaces before, and that just makes me angry. All right. And I just love it. Like, it just sits right there. Like, I don't know. What do you think? Okay. I have to pee. I'm trying to hold it for 8 minutes. And I was just here, like, being like, well, I'm not going to work somewhere if I can't go to the bathroom when I want. So I'm going to be right back, you guys. It was too long of a story that I probably shouldn't have told anybody, but my kidneys are about to fucking explode. Oh my God, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry. So I go into the kitchen and woo, let me get off of this water bottle. There we go. And Mr. Puddums has water all over his face. He's just laying there like, oh yeah, and just wrapped around the water bowl. And I go, hey, aquaholic. Okay, so we've got 4 minutes. Let's see if I can get done with this bracelet. Working hard for the money. Working hard for your honey. But like Mr. Puddums, he's such a ham and cheese sandwich. I absolutely love him. Like he's a sweetie, but he's got. I saw on the internet that all orange cats share the same brain cell, and I think like he hasn't definitely demonstrated that he's participating in the one brain cell theory, but he also is not super bright. Like Callie, so smart, like so communicative. Ember, brilliant. Like she's a master of like low effort. Mr. Puddums, I don't know yet. So trichotrace is pretty much, yeah. So not casting any shade on the Puddums, but I'm just not super convinced that I don't think he's a complex creature, and I think that's okay. Oh, Michelle says my Tigger was smart. Aw. Newton, the orange cat we had when I was a kid, he was very smart. Mr. Puddums sounds awesome. So little orange hippie cat. Yeah, his full name is Mr. Sassafras Puddums. Puddums. My tiger is super smart and talkative. Nice. I didn't have an orange cat, mind you. My kitty was very intelligent, much like a dog at times, too human even. Wow, really? Okay, so we've got just a single ring joining on the clasp here on this end. Yeah. He's a good boy. He's a hippie kitty. Well, we're going to take him in and get him all of his shots and stuff and probably get him neutered. If he's going to be staying in the house, he's going to need to be housebroken and stuff. So, oh, Cat and Cauldron says, and he's 21, so we get some of the grumpy old man vibe sometimes. Nice. All right, and now we have that little bit of extender chain. But there we have this one. Here we have, so box chain, European 4-in-1 double wide. This is a European 4-in-1 single wide. And this is a spiral chain. And this is the Byzantine chain. And then this one, not demonstrated yesterday or today, is the half Persian 3-in-1 done as a bezel setting around a cabochon using UV resin on the back. All of these ring size, or all of these weaves were made using the same ring size that we're going to be sending out in our December 2020, like next month, our December craft along kits. And so my hope is like, and we made each of these because I want to be able to make sure that we're sending enough rings to either be able to make 3 of a simple bracelet or at least 1 of the box chain, which I think is definitely the most ring dense of all of them. So that's something that Randy and I are going to be putting our heads together on. But so just to be clear, in the kits for December, you won't necessarily be able to make all of these bracelets, but you could make any of these bracelets, which I think is very cool. And we can make like a little chunky bauble bracelet, like that'd be neat. But I'm going to be making some bead links. Tomorrow, what we're actually going to be doing is utilizing, I want to do some more wire wrapping hybrid pieces tomorrow. So I want to see if I can make a snowflake, like a wire snowflake for around a chainmail thing. So we're going to be experimenting tomorrow. what's the deadline for ordering the December box? Anytime that you sign up in December, or if you've already signed up, like if you signed up today, you would get November's kit, and then we would ship you December's kit whenever after you're charged on December 30th. We ship every Tuesday. So, if you sign up today, your shipment would go out on December 2nd. So, but yeah, if that makes sense. So tomorrow we have a shop update video dropping in the morning. So be sure to check that out to see if you won the giveaway, if you participated in that. And that's on our Back to Earth Creations YouTube channel. And then we will be streaming again here on Craft Along with Vaughn on YouTube and Back to Earth Creations on Kick. But thank you guys all so much for coming and hanging out. We are going to go raid somebody. So we're going to, curious what the ring size is on those. It is 16 gauge, 1/4 inch. That's not the correct bag. Here's the correct bag. No, I told you the wrong size entirely. I'm so sorry. It's 18 gauge, 3/16. I don't know what I was saying. So there we go. Michelle says, level 10. Congratulations, Michelle. You are a winner chicken dinner. If you could send me an email with where you would like for me to ship this to, Back to Earth Creations at yahoo.com, then we'll get it shipped out to you on Tuesday. But I'm so excited. I hope you love it. It's the best kind of house plant. But okay, so yep, that means tomorrow everybody's starting back at level 1 and the races begin again. So, and there's no telling what will be given away tomorrow. So, or in our next giveaway. All right. Mr. Puddums, do not scratch the rug. You're being a bad. That's my yoga mat. You turd. Don't be a turd. There you go. He knows where his scratching post is. All right, we're going to click stop on YouTube. Bye-bye, YouTube.